Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video on a really, really cool car. You know, we sell a lot of Camaros here. Camaros are our most popular car, and you know, they were popular when new, and they have the saying, what's sold well new sells well used. Well, I agree with that. But if you want to be a little different, then maybe you find something that's really different. And really different means something like this, like a real deal first year 67 Camaro Super Sport convertible, okay, and matching numbers. That is a mouthful, but really what you're getting is serious investment grade, because anytime you throw in a car that's a low production, so they made lots of Camaros, right? They didn't make many Super Sports, definitely not many Super Sport convertibles, and definitely not many of those are left as matching numbers, because we went out to kill them, and that was what we did. The engines blew up and what have you. This car here, I don't know why, it just drives well. It's tight still. It's like this was somebody's car. It wasn't a drag car, is what they wanted, a performance car. Maybe they were a little older when they bought it, and now you're kind of the benefit of that. And the fact of the matter is, this is the way you buy an investment grade car because of all those features that I told you about. So for instance, let's come on up here for a second, because what a lot of people don't know is a 67 Camaro is the only one you can tell from the cowl tag that was originally a Super Sport or had an RS package or some other options. The 68 and 69 didn't offer that. So we'll look at the cowl tag here and I'll show you that as well. But what I want to talk about is how nice looking the Bolero red paint is. If you're out there looking at cars online other than here, which would surprise me, but let's just say you were thinking you might cheat on us, that's okay. Get them to do this for you. This is how you know what kind of car you're getting. I buy cars every single day and I get pictures of them, and the car shows up and the pictures are nothing like that. They check off the boxes that all the things are working and they say they work. They don't work, okay? This is the difference here, is you're getting a car that's a nicely put together car. You can put a key in it and go for a drive, all right? But what I wanted to show was how really clear all the letters are. Not the fact that you can read this as a sign in there, but you can read every word. That's what you should be looking for. You should be able to see what time it is in the paint, okay? Those are the details you're looking for. All right, so let's say that we have this really great car, and it is a Super Sport, and we have this black nose stripe, and we have the chrome and things. Let's go a little farther, okay? Take a peek here for a second. Red lines, all right, these are period correct, Firestone red lines, all right, with the right rally wheels that are on there, all right? You take this car to a show and it looks great in a show, and the red lines with red paint always look really, really nice to begin with, all right? Call outs for the 350. Now listen, most people don't know this. Here's another quick tidbit fact. The 350 debuted in what? In 1967. And most everybody says the Corvette. No, Camaro first, Corvette later on, all right? Okay, so call outs for that right there. 350 only in a Super Sport, all right, with the 4-barrel. And then little stuff like this. This is the stuff that you don't do and you can't do looking at pictures. This. That takes a long time to get that door to close like that. This is a 50-year-old door, man. Hear what I'm saying? And this is the difference between a rattly old car, and I mean a rattly hyphen old car, okay, versus a nice old car, all right? Boot fits nice on here. A little bit of dust on there, which is probably Colin's fault, because I told him not to do that, and he doesn't listen. And you know how these young people are, they just don't listen. All right, so a couple small other things in here. Front rear spoilers. The front rear spoilers are important. To me, they just add a whole look to the car. They add that last piece of muscle to it, and a regular sedan or something like that isn't going to get a rear wing typically, right? This says, hey, I'm a muscle car. And then you have this right here. How you doing? Super Sport 350, all right? Nice too. And then one last thing here is that 12-bolt rear, all right? And the transverse muffler. So having the correct exhaust on there with the transverse muffler instead of two duals underneath, just a little more authenticity. And when we look under the hood, you look at some of those things too. Okay, so the SS350 callouts, you're only gonna get that on a Camaro in 67, right? Don't be looking for a 350 in anything else, since it's a first year debut of that engine, and the Camaro Super Sport is the only one who really got that, all right? So as we peek our way into here, this is the kind of stuff you should be looking for when doing your research to get a collector type car, all right? For instance, the tower clamps. You say, well, Tom, what's the big deal about a stupid clamp? Well, you're right. There's nothing big about a stupid clamp. The stupid clamp, though, is 10 times the price of a regular clamp, and it shows you that somebody spent a little extra time doing the correct stuff, all right? These valve covers right here, this is a correct valve cover for 1967. All right, the air cleaner, although a single snorkel right there is correct for 67. We can put on the chrome open element or give it with you, so that if you want to take this to a show, you can leave that one on. If you want to drive it and you want more fresh air to get in, a little more horsepower, we'll give you an open one as well. All right, the battery top right here, I just laid it on there because we're getting ready to put that on. I just wanted you to see that that goes on there just to kind of finish up all of this as well. All right, and then we have the cow tag down here, which I'm going to have Colin zoom on in to. Showing our codes. All right, 4P right there. That'd be in the Super Sport. A couple other great codes in there as well. All right, power brakes. Okay, power brakes, what a nice feature to have. Always great to drive a car with power brakes. And one thing I did want to talk about that I forgot to say is this nose stripe right here, you can barely feel it. You know why you can't feel it? Because it's cleared over, and that's the way you want that. Because if it's not cleared over top of it, they don't take that extra step, all right, to clear this over top. You're going to feel it, you're going to be washing the car, and over time that's going to wear off and start to tear and become ugly. Okay? All right. This is kind of cool. I have a couple pieces still coming for the restoration of this car. I'm going to point them out to you because you need to know there's some deficiencies in the final product, and those deficiencies are on the way. Most of them are here. I wanted to get the video done so you could get a peek at it because it's a really great car, and someone needs to add this to their life. All right. For instance, this does have the jack, a spare tire. We also have the correct decals coming for the trunk lid. Show you the jacking instructions, positive traction warnings, things like that, so that that doesn't happen. Okay. And then of course we have some people that just come on in and they just walk through the video and they're oblivious, which means, believe it or not, I used to get upset about that, but really what it means, and this is why I'm happy now, is they're so enamored by what's going on right here, they don't even see anything else, which is cool, man. Think about that. You walk in and you're like, birds flying around here. I've never seen so many great cars in my life. And you're right, we live here every day, we see the cars, so we're not as, you know, like, oh my God, look at this, oh my God, look at that, oh my God, there's another one. And these people are like that, so that's cool. So I'm past that now. All right, so some of the little stuff, you know, we've been talking about little things, and I keep talking about this because I want you to know. Like, for instance, there's seat belts back here. Well, Tom, what's the big deal about seat belts? These cars didn't come with seat belts back here. This car has the seat belts in here. That costs a lot of money to get seat belts in for 5 or 4 riders in a car. This already has it. It already has the boot done for the car. Look how nice the interior is redone on the car. And this part right here, which I keep hanging on because I see these cars, man. A lot of times the door will fall down or it makes this horrible double rattle when you close it because everything's all worn out and dead. All right. Okay, so I was talking about some things that I had ordered correctly for the car. In fact, that these floor mats right here are incorrect. All right, we have the full length ones that are coming. All right. I also have a new turn signal lever, and this has a really nice feature, okay, as part of some of the options, is tilt wheel. A lot of these cars didn't come with any of this stuff like power brakes and tilt wheel because we wanted to go fast. We didn't want to spend a lot of money back then. And this allows you to do all that. Original AM radio right here. What you should ask us to do is put right in here a nice digital sound system, man. We put in, it doesn't cost much money. You can stream your music right from your phone right to there, okay? Change the channels with it or whatever, and you keep the dash all stock looking, okay? And this has a nice new Super Sport wheel, the SS350 call out right here, okay? Pedal dress up on here, so it's a little bit nicer, higher end interior. Full factory console. This is a really, really nice car, not to mention its matching numbers, but I did ramble on enough, so how about I start this for you. Also, I ordered a new bezel. This is the original bezel from 1967, so it's a little bit cloudy, but it's showing 44,700 miles on it. I don't know that to be exact or not, but the car is just so tight and so real. I see that we forgot to put that. Anyway, so tight and so real, it was very nice. Anyway, that's my ramble about that, and I will fire it up for you so you can hear it. Look at that, man, fires right up. All right, so let's close up the video on this car for a minute. A Bolero red, real deal, matching numbers, Super Sport convertible. Loaded with nice options, red line tires, take it to a show, take the kids out for a cruise, go out with another couple, man, go to a vineyard, go out for dinner, go for something like that. You pull this car up out front, a Ruth's Chris or some nice steakhouse that you love wherever you're from, right? They're pushing the Porsche around the side, your car sits out front. But before you go inside, stand out there for a minute and listen to all the conversations from all the people that walk outside and go, dude, look at that car. Wow, that's beautiful. I remember riding in that car. I had a boyfriend who had a car like that. It is always about that. It is such a great experience. I'm telling you, man, it'll change your life. It's like therapy. Anyway, call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about this real deal, first year 67 Camaro Super Sport convertible.